Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in. Today we are going to learn how to rebake a cup. First, you're going to put the sublimation cup back in the oven at 400. I leave mine in there sometimes up to 45 minutes, and I'm going to bake it as light as I can get it. That is the end result. You can still see it a little bit. Some of them did okay, some of them didn't. So this first one, that is a DeWalt sublimation print. We are going to tape that all up. We'll see how this one turns out. I put that center piece in pieces. You're going to pull that as tight as you possibly can. I'm going to tape that all the way to both ends, and then I'm going to put a long piece all the way down the middle. I'm going to adhere it to the bottom first, and then I'm going to stretch it. Well, I'm going to take my squeegee and I'm going to make sure this is super, super tight. I don't want any type of air bubbles or anything in there. I am still learning how to edit videos. I promise one day I will get better. Hopefully. And this is the point where I pull that really tight. I'm going to run my thumb all the way down it. I'm going to try to get that just as tight as I possibly can. I'm going to take that squeegee back and I'm going to go along that seam that you can see, but that's not the really important seam. The important seam is the under layer that you cannot see that well. That's typically where the seam that you see on the back of the sublimation tumbler actually comes from. So I put another piece of tape on there, and I'm going to make sure that that under seam is super tight too. We'll see in a little bit how this cup turns out. This one actually turned out good, and my other two didn't turn out that well. One of them I tried to rebake with the same image, and the other one, I had actually burned the tumbler, leaving it in there too long. I had forgot about it and then smelled it. So it didn't really work out too good. But this one actually turned out better than I thought it would. It doesn't even look like a rebake. I really wish I had speeded this part up, but I guess it's good for people that are still learning to do their seams. Mine still do not turn out perfect. I really wish I had a way to perfect it. It is so frustrating. That has got to be the most frustrating part. And there you see, I'm going to take my thumbnail and I'm going across that under seam. I'm wrapping some more tumblers while I'm doing that. If y'all are hearing some background noise, I'm trying to be really quiet. Okay, I finally sped it up a little bit. I guess I didn't do it in like little parts. I had to go check on my grandbaby. She had got quiet, I believe. So I'm going to tape the top and the bottom really, really good. I'm going to take my squeegee and go around the top and the bottom and just try to make sure that there's no air bubbles anywhere. Air is what leaves seams. At least that's what I've been told. And if you have a better way of doing this, please drop it in the comments, because I absolutely do not mind learning new things. So that's how I get mine all taped up. No, ma'am, you can't have those. Okay, so I have already put... My grandbaby's having a fit. I'm sorry. I'd already put the shrink wrap on there. Now I'm putting my bands on there. I put them in the oven at 390 degrees for 6 minutes, and this part didn't turn out good. That is a tub of water. As soon as I take them out the oven, I drop them over in this tub of water. I didn't think about the tub being white and it being so, washing out the video so bad. So I am sorry. I do apologize for that. So now I'm just going to cut off the shrink wrap. I let the water run out, of course. So this first one is the DeWalt tumbler. It actually turned out good, a lot better than I expected. Like I said, I was really surprised. I'm using a really dull knife. I have new ones. I couldn't find them. It is what it is. And now is the unveiling for this beautiful cup. Look! Yeah! It turned out nice. Y'all see that beautiful seam? That turned out really good. I was very happy with this one. The other ones, they're embarrassing. It's okay though. Everyone always sees the glittery and glamorous side of tumbler making, but they don't usually see this side. I don't mind sharing this side. There's a whole mess up side to this process, and I don't mind sharing it because I mess up a lot. Yeah, and I haven't found a good way to take off paper. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. Because I tell you what, this is one of the hardest parts of making a tumbler. So this is the one that I actually tried to rebake with the same design. Really bad idea. So it's just a blurry mess. And then the other one I think was actually burnt because it turned out terrible. But that's okay too. I will actually just sand these down and glitter them. I usually take them to vendor events and things like that. But yeah, I'll just sand it real good and glitter it and epoxy it, put something really cute on it and go with it, because I'm not throwing away a cup that I have paid for. See, it's real light around some of the edges. It has a big burn spot in the front. So this one I don't know. The mac and cheese and this one, they're kind of running neck and neck on who's the absolute worst. Yeah, so not so good. You see that spot there on the bottom, but thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe.